"Oh, fuck the paperwork," he growls. He lunges at me, pushing me against the wall of the elevator. Before I know it, he's got both my hands in one of his vice-like grip above my head, and he's pinning me to the wall using his hips. Holy shit. His other hand grabs my hair and yanks down, bringing my face up, and his lips are on mine. It's only just not painful. I moan into his mouth, giving his tongue an opening. He takes full advantage, his tongue expertly exploring my mouth. I've never been kissed like this. My tongue tentatively strokes his jaw and joins his in a slow, erotic dance that's all about touch and sensation, all bump and grind. He brings it. I laugh.
"Let me go, baby," he murmurs, his teeth close round my nipple. His teeth close round my nipple. And his thumb and finger pull hard, and I fall apart in his hands. My body convulsing and shattering into 1,000 pieces. He kisses me deeply, his tongue in my mouth absorbing my cricks. Cries. I don't want to do no more of that. I don't want to do it.
That's like smile on his face. While I'm sure there's nothing but gratitude in all of mine. You are very responsive, he breathes. You're going to learn you're going to have to learn to control that. And it's going to be so much fun teaching you how to kiss me again. My breathing is still ragged as I come down from my orgasm. His hands move down my waist, to my hips, and then he cuffs me. Jeez. His fingers slip. His fingers slips with a fine lace and slowly circles around me. Briefly he closes his eyes and his breathing hitches. You're so deliciously wet. God, I want you. He thrusts his finger inside me, and I cry out deeply again and again. He palms my clitoris, and I cry out once more. He pushes inside me harder and harder. I groan. Suddenly, he sits up and tugs my panties off, and throws them on the floor. Pulling his boxer brief, his erection springs free. Boing. Holy cow. He reaches over his bedside table and grabs a foil packet, and then he moves between my legs, spreading them far apart. He kneels up and pulls a condom onto its considerable length. Oh no, will it? How? Don't worry, he breathes, his eyes on mine. You expand too. He leans down, his hands on either side of my head. So he's hovering over me, staring down into my eyes. His jaw clenched, eyes burning. It's only now that I register that he's still wearing his shirt. You really want to do this? He asks softly. Please, I beg. Pull your knees up, he orders softly. I'm quick to obey. I'm going to fuck you now, Steel. He murmurs, I'm going to fuck you now, Steel, he murmurs, as he positions the head of his erection onto the entrance of my sex. Hard, he whispers, and he slams into me. Ah! I cry, as I feel... Sorry, we'll do it again. Ah! I cry as I feel a weird pinching sensation deep inside me as he rips through my virginity. He's still gazing down at me, his eyes bright with ecstatic triumph. His mouth is open slightly, and his breathing is hard. He groans. You're so tired. You okay? I nod, my eyes wide, my hands on his forearms. I feel so full. Not from the food. He stays still, letting me acclimatise to the intrusive, overwhelming feeling that got me inside. I'm going to move, baby. He breathes after a moment, his voice tight. Oh. He uses back with exquisite slowness. He shifts slightly, and I can feel something building deep inside me.
What slightly?
Shift, not shit. I'm going to finish that. Just close my legs here.
Wrapping my teeth behind my lips, I clap my mouth around him. His breath hisses between his teeth and his brains. Jesus, how far can you go, he whispers. I pull him deeper into my mouth so I can feel him at the back of my throat, and then touch again. My tongue swirls around the end. He is my very own Christian brave flavoured popsicle. I suck harder and harder, pushing him deeper and deeper, swirling my tongue round and round. I had no idea giving pressure could be such a turn on. Watching him thrive seems to be calm. My inner goddess is doing the meringue and some salsa moves. Anastasia, I'm going to come in your mouth.
I laugh at Jeremy about everything though.
No, what is it?
Go there quick. I read the word tantalised. Right, so from the first sentence or?
Yeah.
Okay, ready. Right. At the touch of the lever, I quiver and gasp. He walks around me again, trailing the crop around the middle of my body. On his second circuit, he suddenly flicks the crop and it hits me underneath my behind, against my sex. I cry out in surprise as all my nerve endings stand to attention. I pull against the constraints. The shock runs through me, and it's the sweetest, strangest, hedonistic feeling. Quiet, he whispers, as he walks around me again. The crop slightly higher on the middle of my body. This time, when he flicks it against me in the same place I'm anticipating, my body convulses at the sweet, stinging bite. As he makes his way around me, he flicks again, this time hitting my nipple, and I throw my head back as my nerve endings sing. He hits the other, a brief, swift, sweet chastisement. My nipples harden and elongate from the assault, and I moan loudly, pulling on my leather cuffs. Yeah, half a page, that'll do.
I want you to touch me, I breathe. I know, he murmurs. He leans down and kisses me and opens his my legs, and he moves my feet. I'm making my own bits. He leans down and kisses me, his fingers still moving rhythmically inside me, his thumb circling and pressing. His other hand scoops my hair off my head and holds my head in place. His tongue moves the actions of his fingers, claiming them. My legs begin to stiffen as I push his hand. Against his hand, he gentles his hand. So I'm brought back from the brink. It does this again and again. It's so frustrating. Oh, please, Christian, I scream in my head. You shouldn't be touching me like this. This is your punishment. So close yet so far. Is this nice? He breathes in my ear. I whimper, exhausted, pulling against my restraint. I'm helpless, I'm lost in a romantic torment. Please, I beg you, please. He finally takes pity on me. Now shall I fuck you, Anastasia? Please, I beg you, he finally takes pity on me. Shall I fuck you, Anastasia? Oh, my body starts to quiver. He's still... Are you filming this? He stills again. Shall I fuck you? Shall I fuck you? Or this way, or this way. There's an endless choice. He breathes against my lips. She just wants fucking.